Hi everybody, welcome back to Sharon from Vivid Days. Thank you for taking the time to come and watch some of my art and my video. I just wanted to say, what do I want to say? This video is a resin video and I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed working on it. This is a piece that I'm working on for me and Neil and I call this one Moon River. When I look at this, I definitely can see what looks like parts of Crater of the Moon and all its beautiful intricacies from the photos you see. And then I see a little bit of colour coming through, so why not a river? Anyway, I hope you've all been well. I will try and do some commentary through this video and I'll try and add a little bit of music to relax you. But I hope you enjoy it. I'd love to know your comments at the end. So remember, if you enjoy my work, thumbs up, subscribe and share. Comments are always welcome. And remember to watch as much of this video as you can, because that's your way of thanking me, the artist. So other than that, without further ado, I hope you enjoy and I'll see you on the next video. Ciao! Hello, welcome back to Sharon from Vivid Days. I'll do a little bit of commentary as I go through this, but it's great to be working in resin again. You're currently seeing me doing my preparation, which is making sure it's taped underneath for people that's new to resin, also making sure it's leveled. And this is an MDF 50cm round board that I get from a local area that makes mosaics. And because of this, I wanted to make sure it had got a black base underneath, so if any of the resin comes through, that will add value to it. You've also seen me apply clear resin. The reason I do that is to help create the effects that you'll see come out later. It also helps the resin move beautifully and blend together, and it's important that you warm it up, make sure you get rid of the air bubbles. So you'll see me constantly doing that throughout this. Currently I've just used the Colour Cottage pigments, and that is going to be the grey and the black. That's what I wanted most of the base to be, and I really do enjoy how it all ended up, but I was hoping that it would have been a more solid grey initially, so I probably will go back and revisit this, but really focus on some more of these really solid silver colours with a little bit of detail in there. So I'm currently applying my heat gun just to warm it up so that it can move, and also when I start pulling my hands through it, the heat will also help it with some of the effects. So I'm just working my way through it, trying to blend it, trying to get that uneven tones, and I'm now coming in with a heat gun to spread it a little bit more because I didn't want the harsh lines coming through, and you'll see that that also helps create its own effect. And a lot of the time you just play around with it, be willing to make mistakes and learn, and you'll be amazed at what great quality pigments will do for you. And learn not to fight the resin, work with the resin. So I'm starting to come back through with my Silver Mist, which is the Colour Cottage pigments. I just wanted to create a more defined look, and this is the Bluebird Blue that is from the Colour Cottage. Just trying to be restraint with my colours, but adding enough. And I am using the Resin Art luster pigments. With this one is Belize Blues. Oh wow, couldn't get that. So I wanted to see if I could create some movement and depth and tone down some of those colours with the grey. So for me, every so often, who am I kidding? I love to get my hands in resin. That's where I feel really connected with it. Just trying to pop all the excess air bubbles now, and trying to preserve a lot of that grey and black that's around the edge, because I'm really starting to get a sense that it feels like a moon to me, like the moon's surface. I'm starting to sense that this is like a river that's flowing through the moon, and just having fun and going with it. So I use my heat gun to try and blend some of those tones through and merge them with the greys and blacks, and also to create some beautiful like effects, natural effects with the pigments. The idea being I'll come back through with more pigments, and this is where I'm using the beautiful Resin Art luster pigment, which is called Purple Sapphire. It's just exquisite. I think I might just come back and work with that and the grey and black alone and give that a go. So you'll see me going through using this process, just working through it, going with a feeling. I'll bring my heat gone out, I'll get the torch out to pop those bubbles and keep working between these colours. So the black that I did use initially was the midnight black of the colour Cottage, and I find that that does blend really beautifully with the silver mist. But I'm Sharon, I'm digressing. What I'm going to do is leave you to just watch my process as I work through this piece and try to get a sense of what this is wanting to be. Hope you're feeling very relaxed now. So I am just letting the resin settle down, remove the heat. You could see that I've put a few little of my signature swirls in there just to create that little bit of movement. And I am now adding, I want to call them crystal gems. Got them off Amazon fairly cheaply. And they are the kind of things that you would put on a bridal table or in glass vases to create that little bit of bling. But I just wanted to add them, and the beautiful thing about these is when you add them, because they are clear, they were picking up the tones of the resin that was behind them. A few escaped there, so I'm just getting rid of them. Anyway, I'll let you enjoy a bit more music, and then we come in at the end and I'll show you up close how it dries. And I'm just sorry that you don't really get to see the real detail at this stage until it's sort of cured. The light's casting over a little bit, but I will see you at the end for the review. I hope you enjoy. Remember, thumbs up, subscribe, share, comments are always welcome, and I'll see you on the next video. This one's a little bit too big. I'm zooming right out, so I don't know if it's in focus, but I will take you in closer to see some of this beautiful, I think, effects and colours. And I am sorry for the shine that you're going to get. But what I'm going to do is slowly turn my Lazy Susan. Oh, no, actually what I'll do is I'll come from the top and I'll slowly work my way down. And what I will do is then try and go up the centre. But I actually really like this piece. This is a piece for myself and Neil. And I'm just trying to work out if I need to embellish this or just leave it as it is, because there's so much detail and there's a simplicity to it. But at the same time, when you look at it, there's so much detail that it attracts your eye and brings you around. But where I was thinking of potentially embellishing it is just a very thin line of silver around here, and maybe the other ones, but not a ridiculous amount. Sorry, my Lazy Susan's now going. So I will bring you around. So these are my clear little crystal type bits. I don't know the posh term for them. They are stuff that you can throw on tables at weddings to create a nice effect, or in glass. And what I have done is brought them, so I have a little cascade of them coming through what I believe is the center, and the colors that are behind them just catch a different color and help them sparkle, but they are transparent, so they're supposed to, I suppose, represent little gems and that. But from another profile, this is what it is. But what do I love? I really do love, so I painted it black underneath. Sorry for my nails. Painted it black underneath, applied clear, and then there's some black and there's some grey in here. Now these are the Colour Cottage pigments, and I do love this silver, but what I was originally hoping was just a very striking black and silver, so I'm thinking of going back and trying that. But you know me, I love my colour, and the colours that are in here are the amazing Resin Art pigments, and again, they are just so beautiful to work with, and they create their own little sort of effects here. And the very light blue one has a mixture of the Colour Cottages in the world, which is the Bluebird Blue, and I absolutely like that one. So that's sort of the very lighter one, but then you've got the Resin Art here. But let's close your eyes if you get dizzy. I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to bring you in on some things that have caught my attention. So here, these effects here kind of reminds me of like a moon or craters. There's definitely a lot of detail there in texture, and I like the subtleness of the colours. And then here I have showed you, but I love the effects that it's created itself there within the resin. And there's some little pieces where the colours here, oh, I don't think I can see that, just bleed into each other gradually. So although there's quite a bit of colour in here, so my little twirls there, look, my signature, there's a lot of delicateness to it as well, where the colours fades away into the grey, and I really do like that. So overall, this is a win. I'm just not too sure whether it would be displayed that way, that way, that way, or that way. But when I look at it this way, I see like a tail coming down, almost like of a peacock, but not a peacock. But yeah, there are just so many stunning things to catch your eye on. And I am going to go back and just try the black, the grey, and maybe a white, or just bring a single colour through. But yeah, I'm showing you all this because I just think it's a feast for the eye, and I'm hoping that you enjoy some of the effects that's been created here. And I think you will also enjoy the different bleeding of colours and where it came through. But I'm Sharon, I'm digressing. You know what to do. If you like my art, thumbs up, subscribe and share, and comments are always welcome. And remember, I hope you watched as much of this video as you could, because that's your way of thanking me, the artist.